Hello. Hello, hello, hello. I am super late today. Hope everyone is having a fantastic Sunday and that you have been able to do some fun stuff this weekend. Oh, I've got alerts going off. How about we just turn it off? See, I think I can see the chat now. Looks like I have Lou Rock, DJ King. Hello, hello, Sandy Chris. Hi, Suze. Hello, D Blair. Hi, Vader. Hello, Heartstring. Hi, T Elbow. Kim. Hi, Carol. Welcome, everyone. Hello, Mocha Cream. Hello, Kimberly Ortega. Hello, Courtney. Gonna give people just a few more minutes to join since one, I was late, and two, have had a little bit of technical difficulty. So we'll give people just a couple more seconds to get here in the room. Tonight, I want to do something a little bit different. Hi, Mrs. Q. I do have a bag to share with you, and the reason that I am doing it is because Mrs. Q scared me with her bag. So I definitely, hi Susan, I definitely want to check my bag out. But this is going to be a bit more interactive than maybe what we normally do. So if you have a second device or something that you normally would do research on during a live stream, go ahead and grab that because you are going to need that for our time together tonight. Hello, I'm Purse Happy too. So while you're getting your devices together, I have a box here that I want to dig into. I think this is one of my Kingston purchases, but I'm not for sure. And because Mrs. Q had some dimpling issues on her bag, I thought that I needed to go ahead and dive into this one to see if I have similar issues, and also to decide whether or not I'm going to keep it or whether I'm going to return it based on that. And so I'm peeking in the box to see. So first thing is, this was a one day only. You have seen it on the channels of members of the tribe. You've seen it on Pauline Newman's channel. You've seen it on Kimberly Mine's channel. You've seen it on Mrs. Q's channel. You've seen it, I think, already on Sandra Covington's channel as well. I picked up a couple of different colors, but as I shared in an earlier video, the color was so dark, the navy. Hi, Teresa. It was so dark. Hello, Mommy Face. Who else am I missing out of the room? I think I've gotten everyone now. But the midnight navy, or the midnight, was so dark that it reminded me of black. And that is just a bit too dark for my preference. So I made the decision that I was going to return that one and exchange it for a color that during the ODO I didn't initially pick up. And I don't know why, but I didn't initially pick up the leaf. So what I have here is she's gorgeous. This is the Kingston Hobo in the smooth leather in the color leaf. So I'm going to get her out of here and see how she looks. What do you think? little bit of crinkling in the leather here, the sides. Thanks, Lou. And here's the back. And it's like some really deep dimples. I don't know, maybe this is just characteristic of the softer leather, that it's just gonna ding or show impressions and things like that a little bit easier. I know that my city leather has a tendency to do this as well after I've carried it for a little bit, once it kind of starts to soften. But hi, Bag Hound. I kind of like it. The bigger issues are, I guess, on the back side of the bag. Mrs. Q, I think this one might be a tad bit smoother than yours, but I can definitely see where it's got, you know, the indentions and the impressions in the leather. I'm just wondering if the other colors that I picked up are going to be as temperamental maybe as this one. So let me check out this side here. Yeah, I'm wondering if this is just, you know, so you can, let me see if we'll be able to get it. So this seems to be like really, really smooth, almost like a Florentine here on this panel. But then the connecting panel here on the back seems to have a bit more texture to it. So this gives me the impression that it's not necessarily the leather, but maybe it's the pieces of leather that were connected here. I'm just not sure. Lou, you should stick around. Nothing like a man being surrounded by beautiful women, especially when they want you in the room. Maybe you should stick around. But I think I am... Look, the bottom of the bag seems to be the smoothest part of it. But I'm glad that I got the color. It, of course, is going to pair perfectly with what I'm wearing today. And I like it. You know, I'm a 2 cell phone carrier. So to have phone pockets here on the front that are large enough for me to dump both phones, some cash, some business cards, then to have the additional 2 pockets here, that's conveniently a nice place for me to slide receipts as opposed to sticking them in my wallet, not having to worry about a zipper or anything on the back, even though I love that. Sometimes, you know, depending on the material or fabric that you're wearing, whether it's a sweater or a knit, or maybe the material that your winter coat is made out of, sometimes you can start to get like little nicks and stuff on your clothes if your zipper catches. So I'm good with the fact that this one doesn't have a zipper on the back, because it's got so much organization on the front. And I am absolutely in love with the strap, which is why instead of just getting my money back for the midnight, I decided to go ahead and just get another color. So I'm loving this. But, so now that we've done this inspection, you should have your second device. Hi, Jackie. You should have your second device, because we are going to talk about my Dooney Vault wish list. So this is the list of things that I would like to have my accessories husband, Peter Dooney, bring back from his vault so that I can make the purchases and add them to my collection. So if you don't get that reference, then that means you're not following me on Instagram. So there'll be a link either down below or in the info box so that you can follow me on Instagram and so that you can get that reference. So the first thing that I would like to have, thanks Kimberly, the first thing that I would like to have Peter bring back are the smooth calf leather gloves in the color red. Your favorite color, go ahead and list the color that you like for Peter to bring those gloves back in. But I loved these gloves. These gloves were perfect. They were smooth like the Carrington pouches out of the soft leather. Gorgeous, vibrant in color. And they were released at the same time that the Florentine Mitchell bag that was in last week's live, they were released at the same time. And if you go back and watch some of the Dooney actual Vogue videos where they were doing like the trend reports, at one point the model in that video has her Mitchell in one hand and she has those smooth soft red leather gloves in the other hand. Perfect combination. The stylist said that it was on trend. I absolutely missed out on those. And Peter, when you make those, I want you to remember that not everyone is like a size 0 to size 2. And even though I don't have large hands, I don't have small hands. So if we could get a variety of sizes, that would be great. And even better if we could maybe get the tech finger on both the right and the left hand so that we aren't constantly, hi Simply Shannon, so that we aren't constantly having to take our gloves off to work with our devices. So that is the first thing that I would like to have Peter bring back, preferably in time for the tent sale. I saw that T.L. Bow wants them in plum. Mrs. Q wants them in natural. I am sure that Kimberly Mines is going to want them in red and probably black. I could go for red, black, and a natural color as well. I see somebody else wants, Star Delta wants them in sand. Beautiful colors, especially with plum, that plum wine being really, really popular this season. I'd even take a pair in leaf. I don't know what else I would pair them with, but I would love to have them in some beautiful pops of color. Kim, yes, oyster would be perfect. Perfect. All right. So if you have not gone onto Google and typed in Dooney and Bourke smooth calf leather gloves, I need for you to do that so that as we talk about these items tonight, you can get a visual of what I'm talking about so that you can understand why I need to add these items into the Dooney vault. The next item is the Dooney and Bourke rain boots in the color red. I also have a picture of those posted on my Instagram. And Peter, I'm going to need these in regular calf and wide calf because the pair that I previously had, I actually sold. And I sold them because my calves in those boots, it felt like the boot was trying to take my blood pressure through my calf. So as I walked and went through the day and, you know, you've got socks and tights and all this stuff on, it just seemed like the more time I spent in the boots, the tighter they got around the calf. They are absolutely gorgeous. They would go perfectly with the duck bag that is on Dooney.com right now as an exclusive. If you're not sure what that bag looks like, check out Dooney.com. But if you're curious to see what that little jewel holds, check out Sonja Covington's channel because she has it, excuse me, in the color orange. And she does a really, really nice review of the bag and shows you exactly how much that little jewel will hold. So I would absolutely love it in red. But I'm curious to know what color rain boots would you want from Peter If we get him to bring back the rain boots, and I need to know, do you need them in a regular calf or do you need them in a wide calf? So that he knows that there's a market for both of them out there. My preference is going to be red, wide calf, size 10 in women's. And a regular 10, Peter, not like the small European 10. I need a US 10 or 10 and a half if you're going to, you know, do the European sizes. Yes, so I'm seeing red, I'm seeing black, I'm seeing wide and black, I'm seeing blue, like ocean blue, like French blue, like Caribbean blue. What kind of blue are we talking about, Mocha Cream? Regular in the black for Bag Hound. A true size 11, says Sandy. Exactly. Red and black. Kim wants them in wide calf and wide width. That would be perfect because especially during the winter, you're going to have on thicker socks or boot socks or cabin socks or maybe even multiple pairs of socks. So those would absolutely, oh my goodness, a cobalt blue, that would be stunning. But here's why I'm wanting the red. One, it's going to go with everything. If you're out in rain boots anyway, people are going to be looking at you. So you might as well have a pop. And for me, the number of red bags that I have, it would just be perfect. Ooh, Alexis says she wants wide in a sunflower. Now, I don't know that I would pull out the yellow ones during the cold months. But the spring of the year, when we're getting summer and spring showers and everything, those would be absolutely gorgeous. But if you saw the Dooney presentation on yesterday, the Beacon collection actually has mustard in it for the winter. So that sunflower is right on trend, Alexis J. I'm going to retract back everything that I just said about not using them in the winter because those bright colors are trending for this fall. And in my previous video, I asked you to think about a color that you wouldn't normally wear during the upcoming season and challenge yourself to do so this year. All right, so we've got our calf leather red gloves for me. I've noted your colors. And we have the Dooney and Bourke rain boots in both regular and wide in a variety of colors. True to size. My next one, the Florentine Smith bag. I need her back in red because I know they made her in red, but it was like finding a unicorn. That bag is like a traditional woman's handbag. It is professional. It can be dressed up, dressed down. It can be extremely casual. It can be business appropriate. Sandy, it is the Florentine Smith bag. So Dooney and Bourke Florentine Smith bag if you're on Google Images looking for pictures. It has a beautiful pocket on the outside that is great for easy access to things like your phone, receipts, your parking card for the garage at work. It is perfect for sunglasses, or, you know, not necessarily a bulky sunglass case, but a regular size sunglass case. Florentine Smith, I need it in red. I have her in Bordeaux or Crimson, and I have her in Navy. But I would also love to get her in some of the retro pastel colors, like lavender, like there was a peach. It's kind of in the apricot color family. Wonderful bag. Gorgeous double shoulder straps. They're not too wide. Perfect shoulder drop. Absolutely love it. If you are prone to like an everyday bag, like you're the woman that gets one bag, you spend good money on her because you know that she's gonna last, but you want that bag that in and out of season, in and out of color, that it's a bag that's going to work, then the Florentine Smith bag, even though I have it, I need it to come back. That bag to me is like Buckley. It's like the medium satchel or even the small satchel. They are just staples that should forever be available on Dooney.com. Now, I'm not going to throw out any other brand names because Peter and I just made up over the Willis clutch wallet. So I'm not going to mention my side piece's name. But between the side piece and some other high-end brands, they have bag styles that are forever available. They may change the print, they may add, they may change the size, but they are always available. They're in stock. They're staples to those brands. You're absolutely right, Star Delta. It does not matter where you go. There are certain bags that are staples. That's one of the things that I think as Dooney, from a Dooney perspective, we don't have, because bags are discontinued, they're on pre-order, they change. There are just some bags that are staples. Buckley, the small and medium satchel, Florentine Smith bag, a good tote. Those are bags that just should be available all the time. Because here's what I think sometimes, and nothing against, you know, my honey Peter, but he's a man. He's a man. And I think sometimes in the quest to have the next newest best thing, maybe keeping up or trying to stay ahead, you forget that not everyone was introduced to your brand at the same time. So some of those circa early 80s, late 80s, 90s bags, they are vintage now because you can't find them, but not everyone wants to purchase vintage bags on the secondhand market. Some of us would like those bags brand new with the tag still on it and the handle still wrapped and the registration card in there so that we have them for the first time. Absolutely. The saddle bag is an absolute perfect example of that. Some of those gorgeous all-weather leather bags, I'm glad that I have some in my collection, but there is nothing. I have a couple of brand new all-weather leather bags that were in my my regatta lookbook, the red one, that I've not even carried because those are bags that you just can't find them anymore. So I would love for the marketing team and Peter to figure out what are the cult Dooney classics, and let's just have those available all the time. Let's offer them in a variety of different leathers, different styles, different prints, big, small, medium, large, medium. I don't care what the variety is, but there just needs to be some bag like the Smith bag that is always available. All right, so we have our gloves, we have our rain boots, we have our Florentine Smith bag, and I didn't see the colors. What colors do we want the Smith bag? The Smith bag, and some of y'all are gonna absolutely die when I say this, but the Smith bag, that's a bag I could rock in black. I know. Me saying I'd take it in black, that's how serious I am about the Florentine Smith bag. And if you are not on Google Images looking at her, I need for you to pause, go over to Google Images or go over to Pinterest or go back and look at some of my videos, because I have a Smith bag in navy that I showed, I think it was last year, for what will you be carrying this fall. Florentine Smith bag. It's perfect. It is an everyday bag that can be casual, it can be relaxed, it can be weekend appropriate, it can be work appropriate, it can be I gotta go to a dinner. It's just beautiful. It's available in nylon. It's available in Belvedere, and I'm good with that, Peter. But what about those of us that really want it in the Florentine leather? That I'm waiting for that to come back. And yeah, it's a heavier bag because it's a larger bag. It's Florentine leather, so it's not going to be an inexpensive price point, but it's an investment bag, and you will get lots of wear out of it. I don't think I ever picked it up in natural, but I want it in natural. I would take it in black. I need it in red. It would be gorgeous this fall in plum wine. Hint, hint. And if not this winter, Peter, maybe next winter, please. Next winter. All right. So, I saw a brown. Yeah, DJ King in black. Exactly. I see red. I see black. Sandy says a classic black. She'd like it in chestnut. Teresa Johnson would like the Dooney and Bourke Smith bag in the DB fabric. Oh my goodness. Yes. Yes. Yeah, a military mom, she is a big bag. So if Pammy was too big for you, you're not going to like the Smith bag. But what I will tell you is that if you can get over the size, if you got her in nylon, she would cut down on a lot of the weight, and I think you would really enjoy her. Especially because of the weight. Kim, plum wine, that's absolutely perfect. Light taupe would be gorgeous. Oyster would be gorgeous. Bone, did she originally come in bone? I can't remember if she originally came in bone, but what I will tell you is crimson and Bordeaux, stunning. I first got introduced to the Florentine Smith bag. I'd taken a business trip to Puerto Rico and then decided that I was going to extend. Thank you, Unapologetically Gnomes. I'd extended, and this was before they closed down. Oh yeah, in Marine and Elephant, gorgeous denim, gorgeous. So this was before they closed down the Dooney and Bourke outlet on the island of Puerto Rico. This was before that. And you know, so me and my sweetheart at the time were, you know, down in Old San Juan, and I stumbled across the Dooney outlet, and I said, I'll cover the beer tab if you go and sit over there, and I'm gonna walk back around to the Dooney store. So I go, and as I'm walking out, he tells me, you don't have any extra space in your bag to take anything back. And I wasn't planning on taking it back. I was planning to ship it back because I knew better than anyone that I didn't have space in my bag. And I'd been gone for a while. And so long, in fact, that he cleared the bar tab and came to find me. And I am like clinging to life to this bag. And he's like, leave it here. If it's meant for you to have, you'll be able to find it when you get back home. You'll find it in Florida. Because at the time, I was in and out of Florida a whole lot for work as well. Puerto Rico, Florida. Couldn't find it. in any color. It took me a year after that trip to Puerto Rico to find it. And when I did find it, I found it in the crimson, and I found it in the navy, and I got them both at the same time. And in that moment, I decided never again will I have a man talk me out of a bag that is speaking to my soul, because I didn't think that I was going to find it. So we've got our smooth leather gloves. We've got our wide and regular size rain boots with the duck bag. Don't take that away from us, Peter, or I'll have to update this list. We've got our Florentine Smith bag. Maybe even consider making it smaller so that military mom and some of the other ladies that would prefer a smaller version would be able to enjoy the Smith bag. The next one is, and I need for you to really get ready to Google this one, because there is a promo shot on this one that it just, okay, let me just give it to you. So it is the Dooney and Bourke extra large Juliet. It is in the 1975 signature collection. It is the absolute biggest travel bag that I have that does not have wheels on it. I have it in solid black. DJ King, that's how serious it was. I got it. I got it in black. I've not used it as a carry-on, because once you get her packed in, she's pretty big and she's pretty weighty. So I've checked her and she's great for weekends. Some of you emailed me and we've even had conversations. Okay, I'm sorry. It's the extra large Juliet. Dooney and Bourke extra large Juliet. It's a travel bag. You'll know it when you find it, because there is a Dooney promo pic with a model. I think she's kind of blonde with her hair in a ponytail, and she's reaching down and she has the bag, the travel bag, and the Vanessa signature tote, which is also on my list because that's a staple. So we're going to do the two of those together. The extra large Juliet and the Vanessa, Dooney and Bourke Vanessa signature tote. So let's talk about the extra large Juliet. Largest travel piece I have in my collection. No wheels. There were several of you that asked about the size of the gym bag and what it would hold, and whether or not it, if you are a heavy packer, how many days you could pack in it. And I've said over and over again, I'm a heavy packer. You can tell that based on the size handbags I carry. I leave home with a piece of luggage every day. But that bag, I actually packed in it for 2 weeks over the Christmas holiday. So I'm talking about jeans and bulky sweaters and, you know, long pajamas and just bulkier things. Now, you have to be good at packing, and I pack every week for work. So I've gotten really, really, really good at packing. I still pack a lot. But it is perfect. It's got the web strap so you can carry it over the shoulder or crossbody. I carry it crossbody because it's big, and once I get her loaded up, she's heavy. But she's massive. And I found her in black, and because I wanted her so bad, I had to have her. But what I really want is to get her in the signature collection with the DBs all over it. Classic, something that should always be available. I love that bag. If you are a heavy packer, it is the perfect size weekend bag. Because not everybody can pack for the weekend in this. This is an overnight bag for me. That's how heavy I pack. This is That's an overnight bag for me. I will absolutely, it'll have my essentials for the cruise on there. You can use it as a carry-on on the plane, but it's not a leave home on Friday after work and have pajamas and toiletries for Friday night and a change of clothes for Friday night and clothes for Saturday day and night and shoes and undergarments and accessories and hair stuff, and then Sunday. It's not, unless you're gonna be in a bathing suit all weekend, that's not a weekend travel bag. The extra large Juliet is. I want her in red, and I want her in the traditional 1975. Yeah, I would, Vader. But I want her in the signature collection. The next item is pictured in that same promo. So if you've got the right promo picture up, then you see that there is a Vanessa signature tote in the same picture that is a matching companion piece. To me, the Vanessa should be available all the time. I have Vanessa in red. She was in my Regatta Paprika lookbook. My sister, believe it or not, before I fell in love with the DB print, because Ange Anglade and I had a conversation about me not being into the D&Bs when we both started our channels, but I have evolved as a purse lover, and I now want the signature tote or signature pieces in my collection. And I had the Vanessa, that piece, and then I gave her to my sister. And I have been trying to get her to give her back to me, and she's like, don't be an Indian giver. So I need to be able to add those two travel pieces, and I would travel with them together. Exactly, Kim. I didn't need the busy. I wanted clean, classic, solid colors, not a bunch of stuff. But now I'm at a point where I need that in my collection. And then, so we've got gloves, smooth calf leather. We've got regular and wide calf rain boots. We have the extra large Juliet in the 1975 signature print. We have Vanessa in the signature tote. We have the Florentine Smith bag in a variety of sizes, finishes, colors, but absolutely in Florentine. And I have one additional bonus item because Peter can do this one now because it just disappeared and it was not available in this color. And that is the Mackenzie Hobo with matching accessories. I need it in red and I need it in plum wine. That's what I need. Those are the things that I'm asking Peter for, from his vault to my vault, for him to add those things back to the Dooney and Bourke lineup so that I can add them into my collection. What color Mackenzie Hobo would you like to see added into the collection? Or what color was available that you missed out on that you'd like to see Peter bring back? Let me see it in the comments. Kim, I know we're on the same page about the red and the plum wine. My neighbors are building. I'm getting all kinds of background noise right now. Yeah, though, so the plum is available, Sandy, on waitlist. And the ocean was available a little while back on as is, but it disappeared. So Vader missed out. Ooh, Kim, sunflower would be gorgeous to bring the jade back. Jade was one of the original colors when it first launched as a TSV. So to bring that back in jade would be gorgeous. So the taupe, that's of course the one that I've lived in, but I absolutely couldn't see bringing it back so that everyone has an opportunity to get the taupe. And the red, DJ King needs the plum wine as well. Louie won't tell anyone. Sandy's looking for the red. Vader says red, plum wine, and jade. TL Bow. What colors did you buy it in, TL? Carol wants it in ice blue and midnight. Natural fuchsia. Oh, that would be so pretty. What about salmon? Because that salmon color was available in a ton of things during the summer fun sale. I'd like to see it come back in that as well. Now, maybe not geranium, but definitely salmon, red, and plum wine. Yeah, I'm good with those. Forest green. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Well, that's my Dooney wish list. I'm glad I got her out of her box. Maybe some of the indentions will relax just a little bit. And I have my fingers crossed that some of these items will reappear. For those of you that are signed up for the tent sale, you will be receiving an email later this evening regarding additional planning details to get you ready for the tent sale. So on that note, thank you so very much for hanging out with me, spending some of your Sunday evening with me. Until next time, I do hope that you find something that feeds your Dooney addiction. Take care.